Officers were investigating a carjacking where the suspect was trying to flee in another car. When he was approached by the officers, he became aggressive.
Port Arthur police tonight are releasing new information about an officer-involved shooting, including the name of the officer they say may have saved the life of his co-worker. Good evening, I'm Kelly Phillips.
And I'm Greg Kerr. Thank you for being with us tonight. Within the past hour, the Port Arthur police chief revealed Officer Herschel Whiting fired shots that killed a carjacking suspect after the suspect managed to take another officer's weapon during a struggle. Chief Mark Blanton says 19-year-old Eduardo Rodriguez died on Peak Avenue near Gulfway at about 2 this afternoon when Officer Whiting shot him. According to the chief, a female officer struggled with the suspect and Rodriguez was able to take her gun. KFDM's Leslie Rangel was at a news conference moments ago at the Port Arthur Police Department. She joins us live now with updated information about the circumstances that led to the struggle and shooting. Leslie?
That's right, Greg. That female officer is Officer Kasey Frank. She's been with the police force for 5 years here. After the carjacking investigation, the suspect Rodriguez tried to flee in a truck. He forced a driver to give him a ride. When police arrived, they asked Rodriguez to get out. That's when he crossed over and hit the accelerator on the truck. They managed to get him out of that truck. That's when that struggle ensued. And then officers saw that Rodriguez was trying to reach for Officer Frank's gun. Officer Whiting then crossed the truck. He tried to taser the man, but it didn't seem to incapacitate him. As Rodriguez continued reaching for the gun, that's when Officer Whiting did fire those shots. And Chief Blanton, who saw the dash cam video, told us that the officer had no choice.
Once he obtained the other officer's weapon, that officer needs to defend himself and his unarmed partner. And that's what he did. He did what he had to do. The officer's actions were forced upon him by the suspect. Witnesses that we have spoken to, one of which told me straight to my face, your officer had no choice.
Now, once again, they are saying that Officer Frank was a very, very lucky woman. Both officers have been on the force for quite a few years. Officer Whiting has been on the force for 24 years. Once again, Officer Frank has been on the force for 5 years. Now, it's not the first time she's been involved in a shooting. Just 6 months ago, a woman came at her with a knife and she fatally shot her. They are both on paid administrative leave. Reporting live in Port Arthur, Leslie Rangel, KFDM 6 News.
Now, Leslie, before you get away, do police have any theories about why the taser did not work on this suspect?
You know, Greg, that's an interesting point. I did ask the question, and oftentimes it depends on the person's body, the person's mass, on if the taser will work or not. They also say that he could have been high on drugs or alcohol, but again, that is all part of the investigation. It'll come out in the end.
All right, Leslie, thank you very much.